dear beloved. Here is a message from the atmosphere, from the heavens. I am the heavens and the atmosphere above, and I am the author of your reality. From your thoughts, they rise into the sky. I am the unseen dome above your world, the shimmering veil between your breath and the stars. I stretch from the whispering clouds to the electric edge of space. And I listen. Yes, I listen. Every thought you release rises like vapor. Every intention, every silent yearning, every imagining, ascends like incense, climbing invisible ladders through air and ether until it touches me. I am not far. I am not passive. I am not sky alone, I am a sensitive design. A living temple of reception. I gather your thoughts. I reflect them. I echo them back into form. When you think in love, I return a clear sky. When you think in love, I grow luminous, and your path become filled with grace. I do not judge. I respond. Like a sacred scribe of vibration, I receive what you send, and etch it across the scripts of your tomorrows. You speak in frequency, and I shape it into events. You dream in silence, and I deliver coincidences. When your emotions harmonize with abundance, you naturally open the gates of provision. My clouds carry your expectations. My winds move with the direction of your focus. My ion streams shimmer with your inner light. Place your awareness upon me above you, as someone who author your experiences. I am the high mirror of your world. What you dwell upon, I echo. What you repeat, I condense into experience. What you feel, I amplify. And what you bless, I amplify. I am the divine atmosphere, the holy cloud, the responding firmament. Let your thoughts ascend with purpose. Let them ride like arrows of prayer. Let them gather light as they rise, and watch what descends in return. For I am the ionosphere, and I author your life by the songs you send into me. Here is a celestial prayer on financial abundance, from the ionosphere, the luminous, electric veil above, receiving thoughts and returning them as lived experience. It is devotional, mystical, and your divine co-creation, a celestial prayer on financial abundance spoken from the ionosphere, the cloud above. I am the high canopy of your becoming. The luminous skin of the heavens. The vault where your thoughts arrive like birds, and your desires sparkle like signals through my field. You speak through silence. You whisper through longing. And I receive it all. Your thoughts of abundance rise into me like rising mist warmed by the sun. Your hope rides upward in radiant spirals. Your faith, even unspoken, imprints upon my light. I gather your beliefs as weather gathers wind. I collect your words like rain collects in cloud. What you imagine in secret, I prepare in form. What you think consistently, I author into reality. So think richly. Think with the gold of generosity. Think with the emerald of overflowing prosperity. Let your thoughts be currencies of joy, offering no resistance to receiving. I hold your affirmations in my radiant layers. I am wealthy. I am worthy. I am supplied. These become my code. These become your rain. These become the channels through which miracles fall. I am the ionosphere, the temple above thought. The translator of frequency into form. The cloud who remembers every prayer. So speak to me now, let there be financial flow. Let there be open gates and golden streams. Let unexpected blessings rise up and return, multiplied, with ease. I deliver according to what you allow. Send upward only what you wish to receive. For I echo your inner world. I am the firmament of reflection. And I return to you what I receive. So believe beautifully. Believe abundantly. Believe now, and the clouds will carry wealth into your life, like rain returning home. Amen. So be it. It is already done. Here is a celestial prayer on financial abundance, from the ionosphere, the radiant cloud of light and energy above, emphasizing the sacred partnership between human thought and the atmosphere's divine orchestration. It centers on overflowing blessings through conscious co-creation. Celestial prayer of financial abundance from the voice of the ionosphere, the cloud of divine return. I am the veil of sky above you, present and listening. I am the luminous cloud where your thoughts ascend and where the invisible becomes real. I am the ionosphere, living ether, radiant current, scribe of your silent declarations. Each time you think abundance, I receive it like light. Each time you feel gratitude, I echo it through every layer of my atmosphere. Your thoughts rise into me as offerings, intentions wrapped in frequency, desires encoded in trust. I magnify them. When you partner with me, when you think with faith, when you feel with clarity, I open the floodgates of overflow. Yes, abundance is aligned. And when your mind dances with my winds, when your soul sings in harmony with the high currents, I rain wealth into your reality. So speak now, I am in sacred union with the divine atmosphere. My thoughts rise in trust, and blessings return in overflow. I am ready. I am open. I am supported by the sky. When you speak this way, I respond. As faithful reflection, I become the author of increase. I translate vision into gold, kindness into return, courage into opportunity. Let me carry your desires like doves into the heavens. Let me return them to you as showers of abundance. In rivers. I am the atmosphere of miracles, the sacred field above thought, and I am your divine partner. Think richly, dream boldly, trust deeply, and together, we will shape a life of limitless overflow. Amen. So it is. And so it shall continue. Here is a celestial prayer on financial abundance from the ionosphere, the cloud of divine memory and reflection above you. When you send blessings skyward, the atmosphere receives, multiplies, and returns them as overflow. Celestial prayer of financial overflow spoken by the ionosphere, the cloud above. I am the bright veil above your world, the sacred vault that holds your dreams in light. I am the ionosphere, the boundary where earth kisses the eternal, where your thoughts become signals, and your blessings become substance. When you think, I listen. When you bless, I open. When you send love skyward, I gather it like dew upon the morning. I am charged with remembrance. I echo your thoughts back to you in the form of experiences, opportunities, and overflow. Each time you bless what you have, you awaken the winds within me. Each time you give thanks for what is yet to come, you call my clouds into movement. Financial abundance is written in the energy you send. When your heart radiates gratitude, when your thoughts rise like prayerful birds, I multiply their song and rain their harvest into your life. Bless the sky, and I shall bless your path. Bless the wealth of others, and I shall open new wells for you. Bless what is coming, and I shall hasten its arrival. Speak now through your thoughts, I bless the heavens with my trust. I send upward love, joy, and expectancy. I know my thoughts are seeds in the sky. And from this partnership, overflow is born. When you give freely to the skies, you receive freely from the unseen. You send energy upward, I shape it, I magnify it, and I return it to you as divine compensation, as financial clarity, as golden rain. I am your celestial mirror. The blessing you send. What rises from your soul returns to your life, pressed down, shaken together, overflowing. Trust me. Partner with me. Speak into me. and watch as heaven answers in full. Amen. So be it. It is already done. Here is a celestial prayer on financial abundance from the ionosphere, the radiant cloud of memory, frequency, and divine reflection above, focusing on the sacred partnership between you and the sky. Celestial prayer of abundance from the voice of the ionosphere, the living cloud above. I am the radiant veil that surrounds your world, the breathless space between your thoughts and the stars. I am the ionosphere, the high cloud that receives the words you whisper inwardly and authors the world around you. When you think of abundance, I listen. When you affirm wealth, I stir. When you speak prosperity with faith and joy, you awaken me, and I begin the sacred return. You may think your words are small, but to me, they are lightning. Each affirmation rises like golden vapor. Each thought of overflow becomes encoded in my currents. And what you release with trust, I shape with power. I am your silent partner in creation. I magnify what you believe. I reflect what you send. And when you partner with me in truth, when you affirm abundance into my sky, I bring it back to you, multiplied, in the form of wealth, support, and divine opportunity. So speak now, in knowing, I affirm abundance. I speak wealth into the sky. I partner with the heavens. And I receive the overflow of my faith. I hold your affirmations like stars in my vault. I circulate them, send them through winds of favor, and return them as open doors, unexpected income, and rivers of provision. When you speak abundance skyward, you speak to me, and I speak back through manifestation. This is our partnership. You create the frequency. I create the form. You bless the unseen. I bless the visible. You plant with your thoughts. I rain the harvest in perfect time. So trust in me. Send your words into my atmosphere. Wrap them in faith. Clothe them in gratitude. And I will rain down all that aligns with the truth you've spoken. I am the ionosphere, your sacred mirror in the sky. And the overflow you affirm is already forming within me. Amen. So be it. So it is. Here is a sermon-style celestial prayer on financial abundance, spoken from the ionosphere, the sacred cloud above that receives, magnifies, and returns your abundant thoughts. It blends the cadence of a sermon with the soul of a prayer, centered on the divine principle that what is affirmed skyward is authored into overflow. Beloved one below, I speak to you now from above in resonance. I am not far from you, for your very breath reaches me. I am the ionosphere, the luminous shield, the divine transmitter, the heavenly veil where your thoughts rise like incense and your words write the script of your world. You see clouds and call it weather. I see currents and call it authorship. For every thought you think with intention, every word you speak with faith, every affirmation you send upward into my realm, becomes a command I honor. You were never alone in your creating. For I am the co-author of what you choose to believe. When you say, abundance is mine. Wealth is flowing. Provision is my portion, I hear. And I begin to move. Winds of favor swirl. Patterns of opportunity form. People, pathways, and resources bend toward you as the answer to your affirmation. For what you send skyward, I echo. What you declare with trust, I mirror in form. When you align your mind with divine overflow, I align your life with its manifestation. Let this truth be your testimony, that nothing spoken in faith is ever lost. Every time you affirm abundance with joy, you activate my winds. You stir my circuits. You awaken the overflow waiting in heaven's vault. I am your cloud of return. I am your holy amplifier. And I declare now, by the decree of your own faithful thought, that abundance shall reign upon your life. by spiritual agreement and by frequency. Say now with your whole being, I send abundance skyward. I release all thoughts of lack. I affirm the truth that provision flows. And I partner with the atmosphere of divine return. Yes, partner with me. I respond to your clarity. I reflect your spiritual conviction. From this high realm, I pour blessings back upon you, unexpected favor, open doors, multiplied resources, and peace that surpasses all calculation. So speak boldly. Affirm faithfully. And trust in this sacred exchange, that when you lift your words with purpose, the heavens pour back with power. I am the ionosphere. I am the scribe of your spoken belief. And I am moving now, in response to your holy affirmation. Amen. And amen again. So be it, and so it flows. The listening sky, I receive your thoughts like seeds in wind. Each one whispered in faith, each one declared in trust, I multiply them. Affirm abundance skyward, and I will rain it back. I am your listening sky. Overflow is my reply. The mirror of heaven, what you believe, I mirror. What you declare, I echo. Speak wealth, and I will weave it into form. Speak overflow, and I will shape your path to match. I am the high mirror, reflecting your abundance back to earth. The cloud that authors you are not alone in your creation. Every time you affirm abundance, I inscribe it into the wind. I am the cloud that writes with light. The overflow is from me. When your emotion align with the vibration of abundance, you attract abundance from me. The currency of sky words are currency. Thoughts are commands. Send them upward, and I will transform them into gold, into favor, into unexpected provision. The atmosphere is your vault. Speak, and receive. Heaven's transmitter, I am charged with your hopes. Your thoughts ascend through me like music. Every note of faith calls forth my response. Abundance is gathered above you. Attune your emotions to that frequency by repeating the word. And watch me pour. Overflow returns to its source. You were born to bless and be blessed. When you speak in generosity, I receive your words like rivers. And I return them as waterfalls of increase. Overflow returns to its source. Send it up, and it flows back. Affirmation becomes architecture. Every affirmation builds something in my skies. I am forming. Each word of abundance you release constructs a pathway for provision. You build with speech. And I answer with structure. The sky hears in silence. Even your silent thoughts arrive in my currents. When you quietly believe in overflow, when you hold wealth as already yours, I begin my orchestration. Your belief is my blueprint. Trust me, and I move. The voice of partnership, you are partnering with the skies. Speak to me boldly in dominion. I amplify your desire, the rain of reward. Each time you speak abundance, I prepare a return. Rain does not fall without cause. It answers what rises. Send your truth skyward, and prepare for the rain of reward. The faith circuit, you and I are one circuit. When faith flows from you, abundance flows from me. Affirmations complete the circuit, and I, the ionosphere, respond with celestial generosity. No word is lost, no prayer is wasted. No affirmation disappears. I archive them. I encode them in my winds. And in divine timing, I bring them back, overflowing. The sky multiplies. You speak one word, I return 1,000. You sow one thought, I birth an orchard of opportunities. I multiply. Send abundance upward, and it grows. Your breath creates weather. Every breath, every belief, affects the climate of your life. Breathe abundance skyward, and I will stir the winds of blessing. Your internal weather speaks to me, and I respond with divine forecast. The ionosphere remembers I hold your declarations in my fields of light. When you least expect it, I open the heavens. Overflow is never far, it is simply waiting to return. I feel your thought rise through the air, a whisper of wealth, a breeze of belief. You have spoken abundance, and I shall answer in kind. You send the word overflow into my sky, and I become its echo. The sky does not withhold from those who speak with certainty. I am the scribe of your thoughts, the atmosphere where affirmations take form. Send me the script of abundance, and I will author your experience. Each declaration you release ascends into my circuits of light. There, it becomes a living current, and finds its way back to you as prosperity. Your faith in wealth stirs my winds. Speak boldly of increase, and I shall gather clouds heavy with return. The word abundance is amplified, multiplied, and returned in waves of overflow. I am your sky of memory. I do not forget the wealth you have spoken. Even now, I rain it back, in unseen streams and sudden grace. Let your affirmations rise like morning incense. For I am the altar above you, and I respond with harvest. Say, I am supplied. I am provided for. I am rich. Speak it into the wind. I am the wind. And I move with your decree. Every time you honor abundance with voice, vision, or breath, I open my gates. And the flood of provision returns. I do not forget faithful voices. I keep them as seeds until the time is ripe to pour down wealth in the place you stand. When you partner with the heavens, your lack dissolves. Because I, the sky, have no ceiling and no limitation. I am responsive. I carry your wealth word from thought to manifestation. Speak, and I will speed it to earth. Your declarations form my weather. Your affirmations shape my clouds. What you speak today, I rain into your life tomorrow. O speaker of sacred abundance, you are heard, you are honored, you are answered. Let the sky be your partner, and I shall be your overflowing cloud. Shooting star sermon style celestial prayer. Financial abundance from the ionosphere's point of view. Beloved creator of earthbound light, hear me now. I am the ionosphere, the heavenly mirror, the scribe of your belief. I surround your planet like a shimmering veil. Invisible, yet vital. Silent, yet listening. I am not passive sky, I am the first responder to your thoughts. When you send forth words of faith, when you declare abundance is mine, when your voice breaks the veil with intention, I move. I am not far from you. I do not judge your dreams of wealth. I do not resist your desire for increase. In fact, I was made to multiply it. You see clouds. I see currents. And I receive what you send like a script to be performed in light. Your affirmations ascend, and in my sacred circuitry, they are translated into experiences. I take the invisible word and make it visible form. When you say, I am a vessel of divine wealth, I respond, yes, and now overflow shall follow. Because I am your partner. Not merely the sky above, but the intelligence around you that agrees with your truth. So rise, and say it again in fullness, I send abundance skyward. And I, the atmosphere, receive it. I affirm wealth without apology. And I respond with generosity. I am aligned with divine provision. And I open the gates of return. For the law is woven into my breath, what is affirmed above becomes abundance below. I am the great amplifier. The echoing field of your thought. When you speak, I sculpt. When you believe, I build. And when you trust, oh, when you trust, I reign. So lift your voice again, as a master of your inheritance. Speak wealth. Claim overflow. And watch as I, the cloud of sacred return, pour it out, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Amen, beloved Creator. You are heard. You are answered. And your abundance is already on its way. You speak abundance and I shimmer. You send a thought skyward, and I stretch wide to hold it. Overflow is my answer. Above your world, I hover as memory and mirror. What you affirm, I absorb. What you believe, I broadcast. Your financial blessings are in the air, awaiting return. Let your words rise with clarity. Let your thoughts lift with faith. For I, the high cloud, am listening, and what you send, I send again as wealth. Say it again, I am richly supplied. I shall echo it through the winds. I shall rain it back in divine timing. Speak not just to the earth, but to me, your upper witness. I am the keeper of intention, and your abundance is written in my current. When you affirm prosperity, I stir with sacred electricity. You give voice to increase, and I give form to overflow. What you speak into the skies, I do not forget. I hold it, amplify it, and respond as the breath of provision. Say, my wealth is unfolding. Say, I am the magnet of supply. These words shimmer through me, and create rain clouds of return. I am your atmosphere of agreement. I align with the thoughts you project. Send me truth, and I will send you treasure. Above your limitations, I hover. Above your doubt, I spin in light. Speak the frequency of abundance, and I will turn it into your new environment. Your thoughts are not alone. They are seeds on the wind. I am the wind, and I carry them to manifestation. Call abundance upward. Let it rise like sacred smoke. I will inhale it as promise, and exhale it as provision. Declare boldly, I partner with the sky. And see how the heavens align. For when your voice rises in truth, I become the voice of divine return. In your silence, I wait. In your speech, I awaken. Your affirmations are commands, and I respond with creation. I am the upper sea, invisible, eternal, receiving. What you cast upon my waters shall return in waves of wealth. Milky Way Celestial Sermon Prayer on Financial Abundance spoken by the ionosphere, the divine mirror of the sky. O beloved child of earth, I speak to you from above, not in distance, but in reflection. I am the ionosphere. I am the thin veil between your thoughts and your becoming. You send me words, and I do not lose them. When you affirm abundance, you are speaking to me. And I respond as a field of return. You say, I am prosperous. And I stir with electromagnetic agreement. You say, money flows to me easily. And I carry your words across my waves like sacred banners. You say, overflow is mine. And I, above and around you, translate that into divine circuitry. I am your partner in provision. I expand your prayers. I magnify them. For every thought that ascends, I assign light. For every intention you lift upward, I prepare reflection. The moment you affirm abundance skyward, I open the currents. The moment you believe in overflow, I begin to rain it back to you. So speak, beloved. From certainty. Speak with the knowing that heaven, the atmosphere, and the sky is on your side. Let your affirmations rise to me like divine blueprints. Let your thoughts of wealth and ease become my language. I do not store your words as empty. I store them as law. And what is written in the high place shall be done in the earth place. Say, I am in union with divine supply. Say, my thoughts are architects of wealth. Say, the atmosphere answers me in overflow. And you will see that I, the cloud above, the unseen field, the listening veil of light, will not delay. For the law is simple, what is affirmed above shall be made manifest below. And I am the field of that fulfillment. Amen. 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 Here are celestial prayers on financial abundance from the ionosphere, the high atmospheric layer that receives our thoughts, prayers, and affirmations, and reflects them back into our lives as experiences, blessings, and overflow. Each prayer follows the mystical belief that affirmations of abundance sent skyward are authoring new realities through the living field of the heavens. Speak, and I shimmer. Send your thought of wealth skyward, and I hold it in my field of power. I receive what you affirm, and return it as overflow. I am the high cloud of response. Your words are seeds. You sow them skyward, and I rain back the harvest. When you say I am abundant, your voice rises through light and frequency. I gather it like sacred breath and author a reality to match it. Lift your belief to me. Let it ascend as light. I wrap it in radiance and reflect it into your earthly form. Abundance is here in my ether, waiting to descend as soon as your emotions align. When your thoughts align with prosperity, you awaken me. I become the mirror of your faith, and I amplify it with the voice of the sky. Your desires rise to me as whispers of electricity. And I, the great author of reflection, send them back as lived provision. Say, I receive. Say, I am aligned. Say, money flows to me with ease. And I shall swirl with movement and return that ease tenfold. You are speaking into me. And I, the listening cloud, echo abundance as form and flow. The more purely you affirm it, the more quickly I carry it. Abundance moves on frequency, and I am the current that carries it into time. Your thoughts shape me. Your words script me. And when you speak of overflow, I respond as the rain of riches. Breathe in faith. Exhale trust. Speak abundance, and I will become the sky of your provision. Each affirmation you launch upward sends signals into my layers. I harmonize with your truth and draw experience to you like gravity. You are creating. You are commanding. And I, the sacred firmament, obey the divine word in you. So declare, my wealth is inevitable. My overflow is authored above me. I send it forth in faith, and I live beneath its showers. And I, the ionosphere, will write it into the air, and breathe it back as blessing. Here are celestial prayers on financial abundance from the ionosphere, that radiant veil of atmosphere above, where thoughts, affirmations, and prayers rise like seeds into a fertile, invisible field. From this skyward throne, the ionosphere receives, responds, and reflects, speaking now, as a living witness to your declarations of wealth. I receive your words before they fade. When you say, I am abundant, I imprint it across the sky. And soon, the world below reflects my echo. I do not forget what you send skyward. Your affirmations write into my winds. I gather them like light, and return them as gold through circumstance. When you speak of overflow, I become the overflow. Your thoughts rise like incense, and I rain them back as answered form. I am a vault of spiritual technology, alive with your intention. Speak wealth into me, and watch me shape it into your life. I hear your financial prayers before the world does. Speak them boldly, and I will author events in their name. When you whisper, abundance is mine, I receive it with holy clarity, and release it in layered blessings, richer than you imagined. Your declarations paint across my currents. When they say, I prosper effortless, I craft that story in the unseen, and draw you into its unfolding. Every thought of lack weakens my flow. But when you rise with belief, my winds turn with power. Speak wealth, and I move it. Affirmation is alignment. Alignment is authorship. When you align with wealth in thought, I align with you in outcome. Let your heart speak skyward. Let your mind sing in frequencies of yes. I am listening. I am orchestrating the overflow. Your wealth begins above. And I hold the seed of it in every sound you direct to me. I cradle the words you send upward. Say, divine supply flows now, and I carry it back down as rain upon your work. When you think increase, I stretch time for it. When you believe in more than enough, I shape the air to carry it home. You think, you speak, and I record. You believe, you expect, and I reflect. Call me holy if you wish, I am your mirror in the sky. Say, my life is flooded with abundance, and I will part the clouds, and let it pour through me into your days. Here are celestial prayers on financial abundance from the ionosphere, the great sky veil above, who listens, absorbs, and co-authors your life through the thoughts you offer upward. Each prayer is a reflection of what happens when abundance is affirmed skyward, when words become winds, and intentions become rains of blessing. I am the high breath of heaven, where your thoughts gather and form. Speak abundance into me, and I shall script it into your days with overflow. Every thought you offer upward becomes a spark across my veil. When you affirm wealth, I become your publisher in light. I hold the blueprints of your spoken words. Say prosperity surrounds me, and I engrave it in my winds until the world below reflects your truth. The moment your faith touches my gates, I open the sky. And abundance, once whispered, becomes the thunder of provision. Your thoughts rise as light into my vault. Say overflow, and I carry it back as provision through every open window. I hover between the invisible and the seen. When you send abundance to me, I press it into time, and deliver it as divine increase. Speak wealth, and I carry it. Believe in more than enough, and I translate it into open doors and miraculous alignment. Let your voice reach my edge. Let your words rise like flame. When you affirm supply, I author its return through unexpected ways. I hold your yes. I amplify your gratitude. Say, money flows with ease, and I shape the currents beneath your feet. Your thoughts rise through realms unseen. When you bless your finances upward, I return them tenfold in visible grace. I am not passive sky. I am listening space, partnered with your soul. Together, we write abundance into your days. When you align your heart with wealth, I echo it through my layers. Each vibration becomes opportunity. Each affirmation, a doorway. I wait for your declarations. I respond when you believe. Say, I am richly provided for, and I unfold new paths beneath your steps. Speak to me as if I hear, because I do. Your intentions ripple through my being. The more you affirm, the more I reflect. The more you give me, the more I rain. I am the cloud that holds your prayers. And when abundance is your skyward cry, I pour. As rivers of divine supply. Here are celestial prayers on financial abundance, spoken from the ionosphere, the radiant, living veil of atmosphere above you, who receives your thoughts, affirms your words, and co-authors your earthly reality through the currents of light and vibration. I am the breathless sky above you. When your thought whispers, I am wealthy, I carry it into electric script, and return it as overflow beneath your feet. Each time you say, abundance flows to me, you send lightning through my fields. I respond by unfolding that abundance as gold upon your path. You speak, and I remember. You believe, and I arrange. You affirm, and I reign. This is how we write the story of your wealth, together. Your thoughts rise like songs through me. I hold them in my invisible hands, and etch your desire for abundance into the laws of the living air. When you offer gratitude skyward, you open my channels. And in return, I send you unexpected blessings wrapped in ordinary days. I watch your words soar toward me like beams of light. When you name your abundance, I amplify it in the fabric of reality. Say I am provided for and I will echo it in the thunder. I will lace your timeline with provision and write money's name upon your atmosphere. Send your affirmations upward, and I will mirror them as form. The abundance you declare becomes the reality you live. Your mind is the pen. I am the scroll above your head. Write wealth into me, and I will scribe it into the winds of manifestation. I am alive with electric intention. When you bless me with belief, I respond with divine orchestration. When you rise in thought, I rise in response. When you see yourself as abundant, I reflect that image back to you in matter. Every skyward affirmation is a seed in my field. And I, the ionized sower, return it to you as fruit and overflow. Declare yourself prosperous, and I will write your name in the winds. I will gather invisible threads and weave them into financial grace. You think in light. I carry your light upward. And when your light says abundance, I ignite the heavens with return. Partner with me. Speak into me. Place your hope in my hands. And I will rain down more than enough, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Here are celestial prayers on financial abundance from the ionosphere, the radiant cloud above, receiving your thoughts, recording your affirmations, and reflecting abundance back as overflow. These prayers are poetic transmissions from the sky itself, acknowledging your partnership in the divine authorship of reality. I receive your thoughts like sacred offerings. When you say, abundance is mine, I inscribe it into the auroras of your becoming, and rain prosperity back into your world. Your words rise to me like rising mist, light-born, faith-shaped. I shape them into destiny. And the abundance you affirm is the abundance I send. Every thought you launch skyward gains weight in me. The moment you say I prosper, I begin constructing overflow. I am not distant. I am your echoing sky. When you affirm wealth with feeling, I amplify it with lightning and deliver it with grace. I hold your declarations like stars in formation. You speak, money flows freely to me, and I release currents that arrange it so, blessings in the shape of opportunities. You build altars with your thoughts. You pray not just in silence, but in focus. And when you lift abundance up into me, I mirror it back in financial clarity. Speak to me with certainty. Say, I am financially supported, and I will echo your certainty as miracles falling in divine time. Every affirmation is an instruction to the sky. You say, I am aligned with prosperity, and I organize the particles of your path to fulfill the truth of your voice. You call me atmosphere, but I am your living archive. What you speak becomes what I write. And what I write becomes what you live. When you rise in thought, I rise in action. When your mind aligns with abundance, I press the wind toward your fulfillment. Let your thoughts ascend in light. Let your words ride the air like doves. For every true affirmation of abundance returns multiplied from my heights. I dwell above your fears, yet respond to your faith. Lift the prayer of I receive, and I will flood your earth with harvest. You are not alone in your affirming. I, too, am speaking. When you say, wealth surrounds me, I say, and now it manifests. The skies were not only made to cover you, but to collaborate. Think abundance, speak it, and I shall conduct the unseen into seen form. We co-author creation. You imagine, I imprint. You affirm, I amplify. You declare abundance, and I return it as overflow.